money fast on this side. I think I'm Big Meech.
What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ajiona and we're locked in. This is the recap for episode 8 of BMF. We got a plan with Monique and our boy Meech to set up Lamar. Now it looks like they get a little bit closer and we're not sure how this is going to turn out. Also, we seen that Terry is having his baby mama problems. Wanda went down to the precinct. She was talking to the police, but she ultimately changed her mind on giving up information to lock up Terry. Now, before we jump into this and break it down, if you like BMF content, make sure you tune in tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern for the live after show discussion. Also, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button and follow me on Instagram right here. Now, it's ultimately up to Meech and Terry to navigate through these streets. We know that B Mickey's on the run. We got to get in contact with him and figure it out. But also, we got 300 bricks. We need to start giving the work to everybody in the surrounding areas so BMF can finally expand. So let's go ahead and jump into it. This is the recap of BMF episode 8. Things are starting to look up for BMF. 300 bricks, a new connect. Man, it's like we won the Super Bowl. But Terry states the obvious. We need to calm down a little bit, Meech. We got to move 300 bricks, and that's not an easy task. So they're going to have to reach out to other people because BMF is still a small organization right now. Well, we got to move these bricks. Meech has a plan. Now, Terry does bring up B Mickey because no one's heard from him, but Meech does stick up for him and says that he came clean. We can't worry about that right now. He didn't tell nobody. But Meech bought a car wash. And with this car wash, they got several things going on here. Number one, they're going to be washing money. You bring the money in, dirty, you wash it, comes out clean. Also, this is where they're going to be bringing the bricks to and setting up all of the new stash spots inside of each car and driving them straight out of the car wash. This way, nothing is connected to them and none of the work is at their place. They load up the cars with the dope. The dope dries off. They take the panels off the door, get the dope out, put the money in, put the panels back on. Money comes right back to the car wash. As soon as it gets to the car wash, they take it from here to the stash. So the money and the dope never sits in the same spot at the same time. And also, as soon as it hits the ground, we got to move it. So right now, this plan looks like it's off to a good start. And on top of that, no matter how much money they were making, Meech said no money counters. We counting everything by hand. He wants the exact number down to the dollar. And we're going to be taking over the nation now. It wouldn't be BMF if they weren't in that all white. K9 finally got locked up. The feds came and got him, and it is ugly for him. Well, since he's up and off the streets, Meech is taking this as an opportunity to start to expand, and he goes to talk to the PA boys, Sterling and Knuckles. And they're like, look, K9 is gone. Meech, what you gonna do? And he said, guess what? I'm gonna turn this into a win-win for everybody. But Sterling, let me holler at you real quick. Well, we know that K9 got busted. Well, he got busted by the feds. And the feds, the DEA, Special Agent Chambers, they're here to help out the Detroit Police Department because as of right now, nothing has been getting taken care of. K9's off the streets, but once one dope dealer is off the streets, another one steps up. And of course, we know that's Meech. Now you hear Detective Brian and Veronica, they're upset about this because now jurisdiction is going to go to the feds over them on their case. And these two, they've been getting very, very close. But right now, it's all shutting down for them and the feds are taking over. You see this all the time. Now you remember the cousin James in Ohio that they ended up having to whoop on because he was stealing from Meech and Terry? Well, they go back and they talk to Stone. And when they talk to Stone, they're telling him that they have an opportunity. We need to be in contact with your man Bleak. Now, Bleak is the one that runs everything down here. You remember that name was mentioned earlier in the season. Well, Stone, he's that middleman that can connect Meech to Bleak and get that Colombian pure white to Ohio. Now, we know the DEA is in the building. This is Special Agent Chambers. We see her in the first episode when they arrest Terry in the future. So that means she's built a relationship with Detective Bryant starting off here. But when she first arrives to the police department, she's not trying to hear anything the local PD have. You hear the new commanders talking about, listen, we want to partner together with you, but she doesn't want none of that. The feds, they gonna work their own way. And if they need your help, they'll come to you. But trust me, that's a last resort. Now, Terry, he's making money, and Meech told him and Boom, that's his problem. He needs to take care of it. So what does he do? He goes and talks to Markeisha. Their relationship is very, very rocky. Every time we see them, it looks like they're back together. Then she leads him on. She breaks up with him. But right now, Terry is here to tell her, I bossed up. This is Boom's money. He can't compete with what we got in the Colombian Connect. So he might want to get down with us before it's too late. Now, Markeisha is hearing all of this. And you know what she said? She can't be with Terry because he's not financially stable. Well, he dropped off a bag and he's getting money. She heard that. She said, ooh, Terry, you done bossed up. So now she's showing a lot of interest in our man Terry. Stone, he introduces Meech to Bleak. Bleak is sitting in here with his goonies around him, chilling, not making any money, no money on the streets. Now, Bleak's not even trying to hear anything that Meech has to say because he has his own work. So he's basically telling Meech to get out of here. He doesn't even want to hear the proposition. But Meech is telling him, you need to get down with us or you're going to get left. You're going to get ran over. And I can't guarantee you that when I start giving Stone this work, your customers won't cross the border and come over to his work. I can't guarantee you nothing. But you know how this is in the dope game. Everybody wants to be on top. Nobody wants to work with anybody. We got Auntie Rose and Unc in here. Now, these are Saki's auntie and uncle. Well, Saki passed. They need some money. So they decided to go work for Terry. Remember, Meech told Terry, your job is to get the drivers ready and on the road. So he's explaining to them the rules. When you stop for gas, don't have a wad of money. Sit in the car, seat straight up, looking straight forward, windows down, music off. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't be peeing in no bottles. Get it done. Now, Auntie Rose is joking around talking about, yeah, G.I. Joe, they talking to you. Boy, I can't pee in no bottle. My aim ain't good. So Auntie Rose is about to hold it down. We got 2 drivers, y'all. Thank you, Terry. Mo is putting this plan in play. Now, at the house, Lamar has been coming over. Lamar got a haircut. He got a part. Still got the 15 chains that he found in the streets. Somehow they jumped off of people's necks onto his. But he has the ashes of our dog Blackie. Put him on the ledge in the living room so you can see it whenever you come in. And Mo, she's still trying to set him up. So she has a bag of that powder talking about, let's do it like we used to. And Lamar is loving it and he's falling for it. We just told Bleak that we can't guarantee anything. And guess what? Bleak's people, they come and attack Stone because Stone is getting money with Meech. And Meech stops it. He's like, listen, Bleak ain't making y'all no balls. And if we start killing each other, more bodies is going to draw more attention. So we got to start working together. Everybody has to understand that Meech is all about green. That's it. Money. Charles is still having his issues with Mabel. We know he went back over there. Lucille's been showing him love, respect, but he keeps just acting a fool. Now, Miss Mabel is taking it to a whole nother level. She showed up talking about, I'm trying to borrow a skillet. She's pushing up on Charles while Lucille is upstairs. It be your own friends. It be your own friends. Well, when Lucille comes down, Charles is acting awkward and Mabel's acting like nothing ever happened. Charles, stay away from this. Brian and Veronica been striking out all day. Back to step 1. Well, Veronica, she's been doing a little bit of research on her own. And she does have a photo of Hoop. Now, we don't know much about Hoop. We know he's with BMF. Some of us are thinking he might be a little iffy because of the situation with Dink. Some people think he's stealing. We're not sure. But Detective Veronica is looking at this as a potential new suspect that we could bring in to potentially flip to be a CI like B Mickey, since no one's seen him while he's been on the run. Now, Bleak's starting to realize it's getting ugly out here. There's no money in the streets. Stone, he getting money. Malik, he getting money. That's one of the guys that came and jumped Stone because Meech told them it's all about dollar signs. Now, Bleak is back and he wants to get down. The only thing is, Meech tells him, if you're going to get down with BMF, you got to be down all the way. There's no half-assing it. If I got something, you got something. So you can't be jealous of what I got because you can have it also. Bleak hears this, and at this point, he's got to get down because there's nothing else to do in the streets. Meech's price is lower, and the quality is better. Lamar and our girl Mo, they getting closer and closer. Now, Mo, she doing her thing. She's luring Lamar in. Now, they had to do a couple of lines, you know, just like the old days. And Lamar's looking at it like, man, this is really something nice here. I think we're going to get back together. Well, Lamar wants to go take a bath. He wants to take a bath with Mo. She like, I'm not washing your funky tail, but he goes in the bathroom. Now it's getting real. Mo is nervous because all of the pressure is on her. Her and Meech were supposed to set Lamar up. Meech is in Ohio getting money. She pulls the gun out the nightstand. She thinks about going in the bathroom, but she puts it back. She backs down. She's not ready to take somebody's life. Meech and Terry supposed to be counting this money, making sure the whips are ready to go, gassed up, everything that needs to be taken care of. We need to worry about that first. We know how Terry is with Markeisha. After she heard that he bossed up and got to connect, she said, hey, I got a surprise for you. I want to show you over dinner. Now, Meech is upset because he's saying you're whipped. I never seen anybody like this. You need to count that money and get focused, Terry. Markeisha's going to be the downfall of you. But Terry's young. And shout out to my dog Brillo. We might have to put this guy in the Hall of Fame. Terry gets a surprise, all right. And it wasn't dinner. It was a little bit of dessert after dinner. Meech comes home to the house. It still ain't painted. We don't know where the hell Charles is. But he has some gifts for his mom and his sister. Now, when his sister goes upstairs, his mom's looking at the dress thinking, oh man, this is nice, but where would I wear it? He said, won't you come out to the skating rink tonight, Mom? I rented it out. Nikki can bring all her friends and you just come with me. She said, but what about Charles? And Meech knows that Charles has been stepping out, but he doesn't tell on his dad. He just tells his mom, listen, everyone lives their life, but I want you to come and live yours and enjoy it with your son. So Lucille, she's not turning down an opportunity to get dressed and look good as hell. Plus, when's the last time y'all been skating? Terry's been around Markeisha a lot. Meech doesn't like it at all. Well, they've been out buying up the mall. Every time we look up, they getting it in. Well, when they get back to the spot, she's saying, I want you to do something for me. Since you're a boss now, you got to act like a boss. You got to boss up. And she cuts off his rat tail. Now, we know the hair is where all the strength is. And she goes ahead and gives it a good snip. And this might be the downfall of our boy Terry, y'all. And once Meech finds out that he cut off his rat tail, he's calling it treason. You turned your back on me, man. That's our signature thing right there. The rat tail, that's us, baby. When we go to the A, they know the rat tail boys. But Terry got his cut off by Markeisha. And Meech is saying, boy, you is whipped. Now they're at the skating rink. Everybody's having a good old time. Charles is supposed to be working, getting some extra dollars in. Turns out he got a hotel room. My bad, a motel room with Miss Mabel. And it's not working like it used to. And he's thinking maybe it's the vibrating bed. But Miss Mabel comes clean and says, look, I've been through this before. My ex-husband, and basically saying, I don't think this is going to work between us, Charles. Let's go ahead and end it. Plus, I'm your neighbor and me and Lucille are friends. So she's calling it off. And Charles is thinking, wait, don't do that. Don't do that. We just getting started. Charles, go home, brother. Now, Markeisha done showed up. She told Terry the kids wanted to come, but she left them. Wanda is seeing all this, and Wanda's seen the pictures of Terry and Markeisha. So she grabs a skate and she's about to hit Terry in the back of the head. But Meech can't allow that to happen. One, that's his brother. And two, it's drawing too much attention. So what he tells Wanda, listen, Terry ain't all the way there. He's going to mess up. We know that. But I'm going to make sure you, the nephew, and the new baby are always going to be good. So even though Terry is wilding out, Meech is looking out for his brother, and he's also looking out for his nephews and niece. We don't know what the new baby is yet. And Wanda just has to understand, man, this is the game, man. This is who you had a kid with. Now, Charles then showed up. Miss Mabel ended it with him. And guess what he had in his pocket? He had a receipt to the Easy Motel. Rule number 1, never get a receipt. Rule number 2, never pay with card. Always cash. And rule number 3, never go out in the clothes you left in. If you were going to come up here and go skate, you got to go home and change clothes, Charles. We've been here before. But Lucille goes off. And now everybody in the skating ring hears that Charles has been messing around with somebody. Another stakeout with Brian and Veronica. Now they're looking at Hoop. He does have a sealed juvenile file, but she said a wink and a smile get you that kind of information. She also lets Detective Brian know that kiss that they had the other night, that was a one-time thing. Don't think this is going anywhere else. It was good hanging out with Lil Kev, but it ain't going no further than that. Now, Detective Brian is hearing this. He's not really paying attention because in the back of his mind, it's how can I get Meech? They follow Hoop to this mansion. We're looking at it like, damn, who lives here? And out comes a truck with a veteran's bumper sticker on it. Now, it turns out to be Calix. Remember Calix? He's one of the drivers. He was there with Auntie Rose. Now, Detective Brian is looking at him like, what are you doing? Get out of the vehicle. Who came to your house? What were you doing there? He's like, listen, I'm about to go meet up with some other veterans, have a little meeting, and that's it. And y'all stopping me? Well, Detective Brian thinks something's fishy, and he starts to inspect the truck. But he can't find anything because we got the stash in the right spots. Wanda is upset about Terry and Markeisha. She goes down to the police station and she's talking to Detective Bryant and Veronica. Now, at first, it looks like she's about to give up information on Terry and Meech. So, of course, Brian and them are like, yes, this is exactly what we needed. But then she thinks about it and says, you know what? F y'all. Terry's still my baby daddy. I'm sticking with my baby daddy because she knows that she does have financial backing from Meech. Terry gonna wild out, but getting Terry locked up for anything or Meech locked up, then what? Where's that gonna leave her? No money, no father to her child. So she tells the police, F y'all, I ain't saying nothing. With this major L for Brian and Veronica, they go to the house and get it in. I'm talking about, she said it was a one-time kiss. Well, there was multiple kisses here. Detective Brian had her against the wall, and y'all can go back and watch it. My man's been having that pent up for a minute, man. He needed to relieve some stress, and she needed a stress reliever. And y'all can figure it out from there. Meech and Terry are finally talking about their dad. Well, Meech knew about it, but Meech wasn't going to say nothing. And of course, Terry is upset about it. And if he knew, he would have told on his dad. But Meech is telling him, stop being a hypocrite. You're smashing Markeisha, somebody's wife, with kids. So there's no difference. You're the same thing, but you're single, so it's all right. Well, you remember Auntie Rose? She was joking around at first. Well, she got robbed by Lamar. Pushed her down, messed up the arm, took the truck, all on the first day of work. Now, Hoop, he been followed by the police. He don't even know it. But Auntie Rose then got robbed by Lamar, and we still have this issue we need to take care of. Meech gets a call, and it's B Mickey. We haven't seen or heard from him. He's been on the run, and now he's upset. And Meech is like, dog, what does Brian have on you? But he tells him, he got the guns on me. He got the bodies on me. I got to kill Brian. But Meech doesn't want to let this happen because it's really going to make the block hot if you kill a police officer. So what he is saying is, since you aren't on papers for being a CI, we need to steal that gun back. So they head to Detective Brian's house to try to find this gun. B Mickey goes in the house. Detective Brian's car isn't there. He doesn't expect anyone to be here, so to give him time to try to look for the weapon and stage this to look like a robbery. But Kevin is in the kitchen. Kevin has his music on. Kevin goes in the back looking for his dad, and this is where B Mickey, he has to do what he has to do. Puts a blanket over top of the boy's head or a pillowcase, throws him in the closet, and starts looking for the gun. Now he does find a lockbox, but he doesn't get the lockbox open, and he leaves the house empty-handed. Now we hear B Mickey crying out. He doesn't have anybody Meech, it's just him. His mama dead, Kato gone, his baby didn't make it. And Meech is saying, look, dog, I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. You're like a brother to me. And if Meech can forgive B Mickey, then that's on Meech. But right now, B Mickey, Meech is all he got. So he's gonna have to do any and everything that Meech says. And hopefully Meech can get him on a first class bus down to Atlanta. Because right now, Detective Brian is coming for him. All right, let me know what you think about episode 8. The car wash business is up and running. We know that Lamar is still robbing people. We got him right where we want him. We just have to meet up with Mo and go through with this plan. Or do you think Detective Brian is going to do something to get Lamar first off the streets? Let me know what you think. Make sure you tune in tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the live after show discussion. We're going to break down each individual character. Good time, 3-4 hours. You never know with me. But if you like this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.